Hi guys, welcome to the Savvy Money Show with me, your host Sean. If you find today's information informative or entertaining, don't forget to smash that lovely like button, almost as lovely as me. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. You'll be notified when a new video comes. So, today we're discussing Moderna and what a ride it's been. It's gone up because of their positive data, and I said still has a way to, and I would wait for it to drop before going in, and it's dropped like a stone. Now the data seems isn't as positive as we thought. They released glowing data on 8 people, and this is the part. Once they released data on 8 people, they dumped a load of shares on the market, which, okay, it hit highs. You're going to release shares on the market. Now, this is phase 1. As I said, it's just to test if it's safe for people. It's not to test whether the virus is effective against, whether the vaccine is effective against the virus. Now, that will be in a later stage. The problem is, and this is why the SEC is opening an investigation, which you will see down here. Even investors of Moderna have gotten former Attorney General to investigate it, to investigate claims against them. But the SEC branch, who will investigate it, and although they haven't officially announced they will investigate it, I have to say that for legal purposes, are supposed to be one of the most stringent branches of the SEC, so they won't let any stone go unturned. Now, the problem we have with it isn't that they dumped a load of shares on the market once they hit a high. It's that it isn't that they announced positive results from 8 patients when they before they dropped on that. Although that is very dodgy, because it could be seen as manipulating the share price. But a lot of companies do that. It's that they released the positive data from 8 patients when there was 45 patients. And they haven't released the data from the other 37 patients. Why not? What are they hiding? Is it negative data, or is it inconclusive data? Even if it is, they have to publish it. Otherwise, it's considered manipulation of the share price. And manipulation of the share price before releasing more shares on the market. Now, the thing is, I think the only reason the SEC hasn't got involved at this point is they're trying to weigh up what effect it will have. But I think and remember, I'm just some idiot on the internet. I'm not a financial advisor. I think they can still carry on looking for a vaccine if they're being investigated. They have still received the funds from the shares, releasing the shares, which are supposed to be to help progress the vaccine. They can still come up with a vaccine, even if they're being investigated. And apparently that isn't the only shocking news. If you've stayed watching till now, well done. There is I said before with Moderna how I find it ridiculous that the US government have given $500 million grant to make and distribute a vaccine that hasn't even been tested on humans, and at the time of the grant it hadn't even been tested on animals, whereas other vaccines and other cures had been tested on animals and were going to start testing on humans, and some hadn't received grants, and those that hadn't received anywhere near that amount. And I think we've found the reason why. Time for the reveal. Donald Trump had a huge position in Moderna, and when found out, he sold his shares, and he claimed it had nothing to do with it. Of course not, Donald. And your hair's all natural, just as natural as your skin tone. Anyway, I'm not slagging you off, Donald. Everyone likes to make a little bit of extra cash, you know, especially in these tough times. But it's a bit of nepotism there. You know, he even says that he's going to donate the profits to cancer research. But not that I'm suggesting he won't, but come on. You've been found out, Donald. Admit it. You've admitted it. You know, unless you're going to go and hand a personal check to, you know how much you've made, unless you're going to go and hand a personal check to cancer research. You know, I think most people in the country nowadays would have preferred you giving the check to one of the smaller charities or a food bank charity, especially nowadays with so many unemployed. Anyway, it just goes to show how the kind of things that were going on in the back room. I said from the beginning how Moderna, the only thing they have going for them is the fact that the government wants them to come out with a vaccine. Doesn't matter whether it's going to work or not, and someone in the government has an interest in it. I didn't think it would be someone like Donald Trump, but because how did he think he wouldn't get found out? No. You can make it up what you will. I think this is going to drop. I said if it dropped to 70, it's dropped to 72. I think that was before this news. I think it's going to drop more because the SEC, I think they have to open an investigation because they are eyeing up whether or not to investigate Elon Musk. I think they will, but I think they can't investigate Elon Musk if they're not going to investigate Moderna. Now, as I said, with Elon Musk, they just want to give him a little slap on the wrist to make sure he stays in line and doesn't start fighting against them in the future. You know, as Tesla gets bigger and stronger, you know, because they can see him becoming the future, you know, like Jeff Bezos type character, and they don't want him to kind of start fighting against him when he's too big to handle or too. Anyway, the thing is, legally they can't. If there's a company here who have done worse, you know, if they're not going to investigate it, that will knock the share price down. And as I said, the Attorney General, former Attorney General, sorry, is investigating them on behalf of major investors of Moderna. Now, when they come out with their findings, and I think they are themselves going to find they've acted wrongly on, and that the SEC could hold them to account, you will find major investors pulling out purely because these investors came in at 20. They have 3x their money. They're thinking, I'll take my money out. When they take their money out, it's going to drop even further. Even if these investors think, I'm going to take half my money out just to protect my position, or, you know, because they're worried the other investors will take their money out. And then once it drops, they may think, okay, I may go back in if it drops enough. But I can see it dropping a bit more. Not back to the 20 levels, but I can see it dropping to the 60, maybe even 50 mark. Anyway, don't forget to hit that lovely like button. It's as lovely as me. And that sexy subscribe button is sexier than me. Trust me. Ask my wife. Hitting the like button helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. And I'll see you in the next video. I've got one about some high dividends and about some good dividend companies to have on your books. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.